do you think it's quote unquote pardonless, even if it includes Wayne and other people? To me, that is a sign of scrambling. It's not going to change, how people look at the president, especially even if Wayne is involved or any other cultural figure from hip hop or whatever is involved. How do y'all feel about the idea of him doing that on the last day coming out and the possibility of Wayne being free? Like, just what's your general reaction when you see that article? Like, what comes to mind first? I'll come to you first. What do you think about that? You read it. Wayne might be pardoned by President Trump on his last day out.
As far as Trump's concerned, man, I don't know. It's pretty standard practice, realistically, for presidents to pardon a bunch of people, kind of like before they go out. Okay. In a way. I mean, at least the last few presidents, at least. As far as Lil Wayne, and does he deserve one? I mean, he's been. If I remember correctly, the issue that he's running into is that he was caught recently with somewhere with a gun that he said was a gift, a Father's Day gift or something, but the reason why he couldn't have a gun was because he was already had a charge against him from something that happened from his tour bus in like 2005 or 6 or 7 or something like that. So
that's what he went to jail for.
Right.
Years.
So then it comes into question, like what does, was his initial charge like kind of bullshit or not, and does this help him out in that manner? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I haven't paid much attention to Wayne. Know if this is like worthwhile or not. I think most of the pardons that Trump has been giving off has just been for his buddies, The thing that I'm interested about is like why Lil Wayne like supported him? Because he wanted a pardon?
There we go.
Is that
there
why?
We go.
Or
there we go.
I don't know. So I don't know.
It's not far-fetched to me. To me, not.
I don't know. Like, can they? Yeah, there's in the chat talking about Joe Exotic. Yeah, there's been rumors that Joe Exotic's been like potentially going to be pardoned, or they're at least advocating for it. They just announced too. I just made a video on it that Michael Harris, 𝗀𝗄 from Death Row, got pardoned apparently today. So that actually apparently did go through. I mean, from everything that I was reading. So. I mean, I heard rumors of Kodak Black being pardoned. Like, I don't like. What are we doing? I don't know. So
what are we doing? What are we doing?
what are we doing here? What
are we doing here?
I mean, I still wouldn't put it past Wayne to actually support Donald Trump. To be honest with you, but
without the pardon,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
He when all the Black Lives Matter stuff was going on and stuff, and he acted like he didn't know what it was, and pretty much downplaying racism because he's rich, I'm rich, I got money, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So,
ma'am.
Yeah. So, I if it was a payment for Lil Wayne for supporting him or backing him, I get that too. I mean. More power to him, but this is the person. I'm so surprised that like every presidential term, when it comes to an end, somebody that should have been pardoned a long time ago, name come up and they're never free, and that would be Larry Hoover. Like Larry Hoover has literally been in jail for I don't know how long, and if anybody deserves to be pardoned, would be that man. I'm just saying. That would make more sense to me. I mean, he's saving Lil Wayne from possibly doing a 10-year bid or something, because he would pretty much have to do whatever's left over on his on the last one he did, But I don't know, a Larry Hoover pardon would make so much more sense to me. I'm just saying.
Or maybe Edward.
That's
Snowden.
Too much like right. That's too much like right. What you say, Long?
Snowden, maybe. Whistleblowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they ain't letting them out because that probably affected some money or something for him somewhere. He ain't letting nobody out like that.
He's still a child. He still got a child's mentality at the end of the day. So,
I mean, it seems like everybody's turning on him, or he's turning on them, vice versa. Like
A little bit of both.
Yeah, like Giuliani. I heard him and Giuliani are having problems now.
It's because he told him he wasn't going to pay him.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell's throwing him up under the bus. I mean, don't get me wrong. We still don't like Mitch McConnell regardless. But he's definitely throwing Trump under the bus right now. A few other people too.
He's a funny looking dude, man.
Between him and Giuliani being draped up and dripped out, some weird. They little look a little strange. More, how does this make you feel, man, when you hear about the possibility?
Well, it's not surprising. A lot of these pardons seem to be for sale, which is pretty much on brand for Donald Trump. When President Obama went through and pardoned a bunch of people, it was a lot of people who were in jail for longer than they should have been for nonviolent drug offenses. If Donald Trump does pardon Lil Wayne, he wouldn't, and the Flood brought this up in the chat, he wouldn't be the first rapper to get pardoned by a Republican president, because George W. Bush pardoned John Forte of the refugee camp, after he got sentenced to basically life for having like 2 suitcases full of liquid cocaine at JFK. So I'll never forget. And that was something that really didn't get a lot of press, but I was like, George W. Bush pardoned John Forte back in the day. But Lil Wayne, I think is different, because Lil Wayne came out and took that picture in that weird cardigan sweater or whatever with Donald Trump, hoping in the last moments that would sway enough hip hop voters to maybe bring an election victory home to Donald Trump. And I don't care. And you know what? Am I really mad at him? I don't want to see any black man in jail, especially if I feel like he's been targeted unfairly by federal authorities. But at the same time, I can't really get with you tap dancing for white supremacists for your freedom. Mm-hmm. But I guess everybody has to do what they have to do. I'm not surprised by any of this.
Well said.
If say Kodak, like if he starts really, saying Kodak Black, and you already have Harry O. And Harry O. had been in jail since. It seemed like he's been in there for like 30 years of a 19-year sentence.
He's been in there for a minute. Yeah, he's been in there for a minute.
But I've heard so many other names like, Bill Cosby to C Murder. I've heard all these names people try to bring up, but who's going to get out? Yeah, exactly.
They gonna make Bill Cosby. I'm just like, Bill Cosby gonna earn that 3 or whatever it was.
I'm just saying, like, the pardons that are at the front of the line are for. Well, partially, I've heard he's going to try to preemptively pardon himself and his children, and the people who have been his enablers over the last 4 years. So those people are at the front of the line. I know it's made for good TMZ headlines for Lil Wayne to get his. And by the time this hits all the DSPs on Thursday, I might be proven wrong, but like I wouldn't be surprised. For everybody who's watching this live, I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Wayne gets left off of the list. Because. I don't think Trump real hurry to take a picture with Lil Wayne, and and then when he did it and it didn't bear any fruit as far as a presidential victory for him, like he was like, the part of the deal was I was supposed to win
that bread.
So perhaps he's paid for his pardon.
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure to check out our live show every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/newoldheads. And if you'd like to join our Discord community, do so by going to nohchat.com for talks on hip-hop, sports, music, news, and everything else.